So something really big is happening in the world of AI, like right now. It's a shift that's going to completely change how we interact with technology, maybe forever. We are going way beyond just barking commands at our devices and into something, well, something much more real.
To really get how huge this leap is, let's go back for a second. Think about a game we all played as kids. Remember telephone? You know, where one person whispers a secret to the next and it goes all the way down the line?
You know exactly how it ends, right? The original message, something simple like, "the cat sat on the mat," somehow turns into, "the bat spat on the cat." Now that's hilarious when you're a kid, but here's the crazy part. For years, that's pretty much exactly how we've been talking to AI. It's been a process where the real meaning just gets lost, step by step by step.
Yeah, this old way of doing things was basically like trying to have a real conversation with a committee, a really inefficient committee of AIs that were just passing notes to each other.
See, in the past, an AI wasn't one single brain. No, it was this clunky chain of totally separate models, and each one was an expert in just one little thing. Think of it less like a conversation and more like a factory assembly line.
So when you talk to an older AI, one model would listen to the audio of your voice. Then it would pass that to a different model whose only job was to turn it into text. That text then got handed off to another model to actually think and figure out a reply. And then finally, a fourth model had to take that text and turn it back into spoken audio. Every single one of those handoffs was a chance for things to go wrong.
And you know what got lost in all that translation? The most human parts of how we talk. Your tone of voice, any emotion, that little pause you make that shows you're telling a joke, all of that just vanished the second your voice became plain old text. The AI wasn't really hearing you. It was just reading a transcript of you. But that whole broken game of telephone? Well, it's finally over. We are now entering a totally new era, the era of the single AI genius. The big breakthrough here is a concept called native multimodality. Now, I know it sounds super technical, but the idea behind it is actually incredibly simple. It's one single AI model that processes everything all at once. It can see, it can hear, and it can reason about all these different kinds of information at the same time, kind of like our own brains do. And the difference is just wow. On one side, you've got that clumsy committee, slowly passing notes back and forth, and on the other, you have a single, streamlined genius that gets all the information instantly, no translation needed. All that messy complexity just melts away.
The source material puts it perfectly, really. It says it's like having a single genius who can see a video and hear the tone of voice instantly. This means we're not dealing with separate models anymore. It's one intelligence that understands how sight and sound connect in the exact same moment.
So you can see this is way more than just a tech upgrade, right? This is the start of a genuine human-computer revolution. It completely changes the very nature of how we interact with our machines.
For the first time ever, we're moving towards something that actually feels like a natural, seamless conversation with our devices. You can forget about those awkward pauses while the AI thinks, or those frustrating moments where it totally missed what you meant. It's fluid, it's fast, and it just feels, well, it feels human.
And this unlocks a whole new universe of what's possible. We're talking about an AI that can see what you're seeing through your phone's camera and actually comment on it. An AI that can hear the excitement in your voice and get excited with you. It can reason in real time about something that's happening live and get the context of a conversation instantly.
So here's the bottom line. This is the difference between giving a command to a tool and collaborating with a partner. A partner that can actually perceive the world in the same rich, multi-layered way that we do.
And that brings us to the most incredible part of this whole thing. We are right on the edge of creating AI that doesn't just hear our words, but an AI that finally, truly gets us.
Because think about it, human communication is so much more than just the words we say, isn't it? It's all about nuance. It's the sigh, the little laugh, the quick glance, the tone. By processing sight and sound together as one single input, AI can finally start to understand that rich tapestry of what it means to be human. So when an AI hears you say something like, "Oh, that's just great," it can now combine the sarcastic tone in your voice with the context of what it sees, and it'll know you didn't think it was great at all. This is the final leap. We're talking about computers that can genuinely start to understand sarcasm, emotion, and even humor. Which leaves us with one last fascinating question. For decades, we've been trying to learn how to talk to computers in their language. But now, computers are finally learning how to truly understand us, in our language. So, If that's where we are now, what in the world comes next?